Minecraft 1.19 has been released. There has been some exciting changes, and I guess you could say that some of the updates were a little disappointing because we weren't promised the birch forests nor fireflies. But I feel like that's okay for now. For what we have, I feel like it's okay for what we got in the update. But what I want to talk about is this underground structure right here, the ancient city. For a while, a question has dawned on me. Is it possible to clean out the end city without summoning a single warden? The reason why I say single warden is because each shrieker has a chance of summoning one warden. And if the warden is within a certain range of another shrieker, it won't spawn. But if it's outside the range, then another warden can spawn. So each shrieker can summon one warden. But with everything that is laid out, this biome, this city, is essentially an underground mushroom biome. And you can use this as a safe haven for mobs not spawning, because mobs don't spawn in the deep dark, only the warden. So, what if you could clear this entire city without summoning the warden? Well, I'm going to talk to y'all about that. In this video, I'm going to discuss on some mathematical point of views based off of the skulk sensors and the shriekers, and figuring out the best way to clean out the city without summoning the warden. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, and let's see what this is all about. So before we get our hands dirty while going down into the ancient city, let's take a look at some mathematical points of view for this theory. So, a skulk sensor can sense noise about 8 blocks in this circle. Anything outside the circle, you can't hear. If you're on this line, or in the circle, there we go, we'll make a sound. So it's about 8 blocks. It's like on the inside half of the circle. So 8 blocks. What does this mean? It means that if a shrieker is out here, outside the circle, it will not shriek. But if the shrieker is inside of the circle, on the edge, or in the circle, the warden will summon. Now, also remember, sensors can't pick up other sensors. It's from vibration alone. So, if I'm out here, only this one can pick up. Let me do a better visual. Only this can pick up. Since I am outside, or inside this theoretical circle that is here. But the moment I step into the circle, both pick up. So you can use this to your advantage. Because sound doesn't travel unless there's a vibration. Sensors can't pick it up unless there is a vibration. So if a shrieker is out here, it's fine. But if there is something in here, like a vibration that triggers the sensor, like another resting device, that travels through, like for here, for example, something like that, or a redstone door, then it'll make the sound. So you have to be careful with this. So how can you use this to your advantage? Long story short, if you can basically count out 8 blocks in a linear direction, in a non-diagonal direction, then you can mine up the shrieker without any worries. But multiple sensors can be in a zone which has different radiuses, because they all have radiuses of 8 blocks, or a corner radius of 5 blocks, and the 6th block is like being outside. But if you were to use this to your advantage, you kind of have to take a glance and just assume that every single shrieker that you see is in the circle. You just have to assume that. Now, one way to effectively cancel the noise, which I will explain in a second, is using wool. Because wool dampens the sound, and you should use that to your advantage as well. But if you don't have any wool and you came down bare naked and have nothing on you to prevent the vibrations from traveling, then there's a problem. Because you have to stay outside of this circle. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. You have to stay outside of this circle, hobbling around. As long as you don't step on this, nothing will happen. As long as you're outside of the skulk sensor range, nothing will happen. Anything inside, that will happen. You do not want to do that. So use this to your advantage. Let's go ahead and go into the ancient city, and let's find out to see if it's actually possible to clear out the ancient city without summoning the Warden. Okay, so here we are. You find yourself in ancient city. You start looking around, seeing what's out here. There is a lot of nasty things down here, such as skulk sensors, shriekers, catalysts maybe, random skulls, bunch of candles, and just a lot of unique items and objects that are out there. Exploring this can be a challenge, but I feel like it is possible to clear out this ancient city without summoning the Warden. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. So you're exploring the city. What do you see? Well, first of all, take notice of parts that are not infected at all by Skulk. Because this can be used to your advantage as like a temporary base or just an outpost, basically indicating as a safe point, because there's nothing in this area that can harm you. Now, as you're looking for a safe space, you do want to crouch and get that Sneak 100 achievement, crouching near a Skulk Sensor or a Shrieker, and just exploring to see what the city has to offer. You're looking, you're looking, you're looking, and you kind of see that for the most part, it's infected with Skulk. Whoa, did not mean to fall. I'm glad that didn't go off, because then I'll ruin the point of the video. But you're looking around, and for this city, there's only one safe spot, and that's in the corner way over there. In another city I found, about, I guess you said like this end of it, was basically clean. There wasn't any infection, which was pretty nice for a better visualization. But this is a good example of what I want to talk about. So after you have your first space set up, I want you to go around and identify the Skulk Shriekers. Now see, here's the tricky part. This is nothing. You can mine it, and you can be perfectly fine. Because as you can see, I do not see any other nearby Shriekers. However, if we go to another area, such as right here, this is a problem. Because if you break a Shrieker, that one will go off, which is a problem. And you don't want that problem. You do not want to have to deal with that. There is a part of the city in here somewhere where it can be really dangerous. I think this is it. I think this is it. Where there are so many Shriekers so close to each other that your chances of cleaning out the city without summoning the Warden are pretty low at that point. So you have to be quick. I want to try to find a good example. Yeah, here we go. This is a little bit more. I want to see if there's a better example of what I'm trying to accomplish. Let's look. I just want to make sure. Okay, I think, okay, so the most dangerous area is over here. So when you look at the layout of the ancient city, I want you to visualize something for me. Imagine this area over here as like light and not as danger zone. And when you're coming over here to the other end, this is more of the do not enter territory. Reason why I say that is because of the shriekers right here. So, about how many times does it take for one shrieker to go off to summon a warden? About 1 to 4 times. So essentially, you basically have 4 shrieks before the warden summons. After the 4th shriek, the warden will summon. So, you have to time these perfectly. This is a problem, because if one goes off, these 3 can activate, and that's a problem. It reduces the number of chances you get for mining up a shrieker, which is definitely a problem. So, let's take a second and let's look around. This shrieker right here seems to be okay. Make sure that there isn't anything nearby. Break it. Clear. Go down here. I saw another one. Area is clear. Break it. You have to be very careful with this. Now this is a problem. You got to be quick. Now, it's not going to be that quick, but you do have to be very quick when it comes to mining these. One of the things that I would advise... Woo! Didn't see that one. So that's number 1. That is number 1. So one thing that I would advise is that if you break one, break the one that is shrieking to try and help your odds. Even though the number reduces of how many more chances you get, you still have a better chance. So, like, you gotta be, like, very quick. Ah! That's number 2. Okay, nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. But I think what's happened is because whenever I destroy the Shrieker, it didn't finish the cycle. If the Shrieker is still there, I think it'll finish the cycle. Let's actually test this real quick. Okay, so we have this. Bop. Warden draws close. Okay. Let me see about this one. So this is... So Shrieker number 3 is coming up. Okay. Let's see, where's number 4? All right. Yeah, I'll try this one. Ah! Never mind that theory. Okay, so that's good to know. So that was 4 shrieks. That was 4 shrieks. 4 shrieks summon the warden. The reason why I say 1 to 4 is because there's always a chance where you could be less, depending on, like, I believe how long it is between each shriek. But after the first warden summons, any next shriek, get here, summons a warden. Watch this. See? You have a warden over there. Y'all can see it, and you have another one right here. So you have to be very careful. And there is a range to these. See, look, watch this. The Shrieker doesn't activate because the warden's right there. But it was far enough away, then it wouldn't shriek. Which I find very interesting. And that's number 3, unintentionally. Okay. So, you all kind of see what I'm trying to talk about. This is an issue, and this is definitely going to be a challenge. Now, to answer the question, ignoring that the 3 wardens are down here, is it possible to clear out the ancient city without summoning the warden? The answer is yes. But it's going to be very tricky. And here is what I recommend. Bring tons of wool. The wool will save your life. Because if you do this, wool doesn't make any sound, right? Wool blocks the sound. So if you break this, nothing goes through. Nothing goes through. You can use that. Break it. Not do that. Essentially, wool does save your life. Bring lots of it. Because for areas like those, it can get tricky if you don't have wool. So you have to make sure that you look through the area very thoroughly before you break one. Because a shriek reduces the chances of you making it out without summoning the Warden. Now, when all of the shriekers have been cleared out, everything will be okay. You just have to make sure that mobs don't die down here. Because if you do, then it'll spread on the skulk, which could summon more shriekers. But if you clear out the shriekers first and clear out everything else, restore it all to its former glory, then you will have your own city to yourself. No mob spawning, very quiet, free redstone down below, which I think is very cool, free wood. And you can literally just mine this entire area up and just have it for yourself. Which I do think it's very incredible. And look, 2 enchanted golden apples. That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. This is incredible. And I do feel like, as I said, it is possible to clear out the entire ancient city without summoning a Warden. Because, I mean, look at all this stuff. Respiration, Silk Touch, Music Disc. Ooh. It is possible. You just gotta be very quick, very vigilant, bring lots of wool. If you want life to be easier, let's do this. Pop. Just do that. Just cover it up and break it. The sound will not travel through. Make your life effectively easier. So, I hope all of you did enjoy this video. If y'all did enjoy, then please feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And if this video, I don't know, let's say gets 20 likes at least, then I'll put my own theory to the test and see how well this goes. I'm actually very intrigued to see if it actually works. But if you want me to see this theory put into action, see if it is possible to clear out the end city without just summoning the Warden, then just help me get to 20 likes. 20 likes, I will do the video whenever I can. And we'll just go from there. Other than that, let me get over to the light over here so y'all can see my face. Hope all of you did enjoy this video. If y'all did, thank you so much for watching. Y'all know the drill. Please like the video so I can do the theory. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.